how's it going? Well, it's been a while since I did another video. I've been pretty busy with it. It's been a busy time of the year, you know, starting off with spring. And so I finally got out fishing again. A couple of weeks ago I had a my annual social gathering, so to speak, and you know, kayak fishing social gathering at Papa Araha in Coromandel, and fish for the fish of the day this afternoon. And I'm up at the upper parts of the Coromandel Peninsula for an evening fish tonight, and then in the morning I might change locations yet, I'm not too sure, and try somewhere else where we'll see. But yeah, I've been pretty busy with it. I've been out fishing a few times just for a feed and that, but yeah, with spring and everything and the early start to summer, I've had a lot to do, including the get together, which went really well. And then of course there's work, you know. I'm pretty busy with my art and fish replica making as well, so it's, you know, there's the mad rush is on to get things done before Christmas, obviously. But also I just want to, you know, give you a heads up if you're coming up to Coromandel. I've just come up and, you know, we've got a lot of damage on our road still, but I want to assure you that the roads are open, especially on the western side. You know, they have been all year, and basically just, you know, be careful out there. There's a lot of stock goes, there's a lot of damage, and just take it easy and be considerate of others, and be careful on the roads. But anyway, we're up here for for this afternoon. It's late in the day, it's about 5 o'clock, and I'm just having a bit of an evening fish, and then I'm going to go in and basically I might shift to another location for the tomorrow morning. I'm going to head out first light, which is, you know, at the moment it's about 5:10. But yeah, just up here chilling out, really. Came up to get away from everything, work and the busy lifestyle that we all have sometimes, and just to relax and you know, sort out my mental health a bit so that I can go back and carry on working hard leading up to Christmas. So yeah, you know, let's see what happens over the next couple of fishing sessions. But you know, just good to be out here. And this isn't a bad one either. Quite a nice eating size actually. Oh yeah, very nice. Just hooked. Look at that. Nice eating size fish actually. Just the kind of fish I like. So this one will come with me. You know, I'm sort of looking to get a few fish for home to eat. We haven't had fish for a while, so there you go. Just a nice, you know, 42 or something centimeters fish, but beautiful condition. One of the last ones I just pulled up had heaps of bruising on its side. I don't even see this one here has a bit of it too right there. This is from breeding. So they've obviously been breeding, which is good, because knowing that they've actually done a bit of a spawn most likely, it doesn't make me feel so bad about taking a couple, because every time you take them when they're breeding, you know, you're just taking away from the fish stocks and the future, and you know, we want to preserve and keep what we've got going. So yeah, but awesome. Wow, the sign is definitely coming on for the day, and this is a better fish. It's pulling a bit of string, not amazing amounts of string, but yeah, it's definitely more solid than the last fish we had. And yeah, what a buzz. I'm just out here, and this is just awesome, you know, absolutely awesome fun. And yeah, some good fish around, that's for sure. You know, looks that way, looks like they've come in, the bigger ones now, and this one did quite a bit of a run. And yeah, I'm just slowly bringing it up because I want to let it go. I've got a couple of fish in the back, which is all I need tonight, this one here. And you know, I'm out in the morning tomorrow, so yeah. Oh, look at the school of fish coming through now. Absolutely fantastic, and just great fun. This fish has given up the goose a bit. It started off, it did quite a good run. So yeah, it's clearly not as big as what I thought it might be. But man, the stack of fish there goes from sort of down right up to sort of 10 meters. Oh, nice fish, all the same. Oh man, they're coming up really quickly actually. Oh man, this is a great fish. Beautiful fish actually. And it's released its ear too, so it means that it's gonna swim off. so I'm stoked about that. But yeah, it's not huge, it's still quite feisty. And man, the school of fish down there from, you know, 25 meters up to around about 10 meters, so 15 meters of fish from the bottom. Pretty impressive. I didn't see those, I hooked up on this first. This is actually one I'd actually keep normally, but I don't want to take it too soon, you know. I've got ice in that, and obviously, but I'm gonna let this go because tomorrow's another day, and I'm sure, looking at what's happening here, the fish, you know, are definitely coming on. Oh, I missed that. He shook his, look at him, he's feisty as, which is great because it means he's going to go back really well. He's probably about 7 to 8 pound maybe. Oh, you're a bugger. Every time I do put the lip grippers in his mouth, he shakes his head and gets away. He doesn't like it, and you can't blame him for that. Come on, mate. I'm going to let you go. I just want to get the hooks out and show you. There we go. There you go. Nice. Look at that. This upper part of Coromandel can be quite productive. He's still very full of beans. It's not huge, but that's a 50 centimetre fish. 50 centimetre snapper. Whoa, he just about got me with the thing. I should use my pliers actually. I'll have to get them out. But he's full of beans, so we're going to get him back. There we go. He's unhooked. Awesome. That's what it's all about, you know. Now hopefully we can get some really nice fish tomorrow. So I'm just going to put him in, and I'm sure he's just going to, oh, there he goes. Look at that. He just took off. Absolutely nailed it. Beautiful. Well, back on shore now, and basically I'm just going to sit and relax now. What an afternoon that was. An hour and 20 minutes of just the most fun you can have on a kayak, fishing with jigs. And yeah, now I'm just going to take it easy, kick back, have a cold one, and get some dinner sorted and watch the sun go down. So we'll catch you in the morning. Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. Bit of cloud cover, overcast. It's about 5:30 in the morning, 20 to 6, and yeah, just headed out. Had a pretty good sleep last night and just going to be looking around and probably out here for the first part of the morning. High tide was about 3:45 in the morning, so the tide's going out again, much like yesterday. I'm going to start off in the shallows, just having a look around with some soft baits. I've got this new soft bait here by Berkeley Gulp, quite a solid feeling soft bait actually, quite firm in terms of durability. So we'll see how it performs. Have a bit of a cast around some of the shallow areas, and then we'll go out a little bit and do some jigging with the micro jigs, good old gan jig. We'll see how that performs again this morning. But after last night's what I saw last night coming through and the bite, I'm quite hopeful, and it's just nice to be out here. I mean, listen to that. It's just peaceful and so good to be out here, so calming and just what I need. So yeah, let's get into it. Well, I've been catching plenty of fish, you know, a lot of smaller ones, but man, have they got lots of red marks all over the sides of them. They've been spawning hard out. This one here feels a bit better, you know, just looking for those slightly better sized fish, and hopefully some other species, because, you know, catch a lot of snapper up here, but it would be nice to have a couple of different type fish. Oh, this one swallowed it right down. Oh no, we'll be taking this one home, I'd say. He swallowed the hook down. So yeah, so nothing massive, but nice panning, you know. Yeah, so awesome. Plenty of fish action going on, and you know, they've obviously spawned, and after that they're just on the chew hard out. So yeah, there's been a bit of bird activity around. There's quite a bit sort of happening. I'm hopeful. I really hope that we see some better fish, and also some different species would be great. into a better fish, finally. I've been working hard to get to find these guys, so hopefully we can keep this one and bring it up to show you, and it sticks, because it's very touch and go sometimes with how well these guys are hooked, and when they're fighting hard. Oh yeah, this one's pulling a little bit of string, so awesome. This is what we were looking for. Starting to come on now. Been plenty of fish caught. I've lost count of the number of fish I've pulled up. It's crazy, but yeah, this guy's having a good fight. Love it. Oh yeah. Hopefully a reasonable size that I can put in the back, but if it's too big, obviously it's going to go back. She's pulling pretty hard. It's up about 15 meters now, so, and we're in 25, so got some nice big head shakes to it. Yeah, awesome. The Gan jigs, go the Gan jigs yet again. Always do they prove their worth. And this one here, I've lost count of how many times it's been out with me. It's quite a few. Should be starting to see colour. Oh, beautiful, beautiful fish. Man, almost worth putting back this one. It's getting borderline the size I don't like to keep. But he came up pretty quick, so we'll see. He's not very feisty. Gosh, check that out. That's a beautiful snapper. I think we're going to let that one go. It's kind of, well, let's have a look. Oh yeah, okay, we'll put this one in the back maybe. I just started my drift again, and bang! Down on the bottom, couple of winds, and the rod just went straight. Fish just grabbed it, and it's a good fish. I don't know what it is, but could be a snapper, could be something else. Feels like it's probably a snapper, but oh, this is a good fish. Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's been so long since I caught, you know, some bigger fish. There's been a lot of little stuff around, but yeah, he's coming up pretty easy now. Well, there he goes. He's doing another bit of a run, actually. Oh, good fish. I hope we can get it up to show you. Whew, that sun's just peered over the clouds, and boy, has it got some heat in it. Unreal. Yeah, here we go. She's coming up. It's coming up. I just hope it's something, you know, it feels like it's probably a snapper. The way it did a big run and everything, it just took off. But yeah, my rod just basically just straightened out after I got a couple of lifts off the bottom, and this thing just did a huge run. Here it goes a little bit again. Got a bit of drag on this too, because I want to, you know, in the past I've fished pretty light drags. This could be a Trevally the way it's starting to knot actually. Oh, it's a bloody horse of a Trev. Oh, awesome. This is a ripper of a Trev. Now I'm going to back the drag off a bit. Oh man, it's a beauty Trev. He just took off a bit. Whew, wicked. It's always touch and go with these guys because they've got such soft mouths. He's a beauty swimming around. Hopefully we can land this one. I love Trevally sashimi. Woo-wee. Beautiful. I'm already thinking about what I can do with it. Come on, mate. Just take your time with these guys. They love the Gan jigs. And I'm fishing a green Gan jig, so oh, he's a beauty fish. Come on, mate. Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo! Perfect! Oh, look at this guy! Awesome! This is a stonker of a Trev. It'll be close to 10 pound. Look at that! You beauty! Look at that with a Gan jig in its mouth. Just hooked in the corner of the mouth, but oh, I'm stoked with that. Now that is what we've been looking for. Sashimi, here we come. Yeehaw! That's a ripper of a Trev. That's about the size of the snapper I pulled up before. And he just hammered that bait. Good old gang jigs, eh? It's got a bit of green paint missing off the top, but it's still catching. I've lost count of how many fish this gang jig's caught. Really stoked after landing that Trevally. And I've just gone back up. I've actually decided, even though I know the green was working, I just decided I'd try a different colour just to see, you know, how that goes. And this is a blue jig, and it's a blue gang jig of the same size. And yeah, it seems to be doing the damage, but that Trevally, I am just beaming about. So that, I weighed it. I've got scales on my lip grippers, and it weighed in at 12 pound. Woohoo! That is my second best PB. The biggest Trev I've had is a 16 pounder on Great Barrier Island, but this is significant for me because previously I've had 10 pounders on soft baits and things like that, but this is significant for me because it's like on a gang jig. It's my biggest Trev, second biggest Trev, but my biggest on a micro jig. And you know, these gang jigs, you know, you see them in every show that I use, and there's good reason for that, because they are absolutely lethal. And here we go again, another nice snapper. There you go, look at that. And that's on the blue gang jig, you know. So colour, you know, we all seem to think colour matters. They're very, very feisty, these fish at the moment. Everyone seems to think colours matter and that. They do, but you know, this just proves the worth of the gang jigs with the size, that one there, doing the damage in a different colour. While I'm fishing, I just talk about the gear I'm using. Everyone sort of, with feedback that I've had, have asked, you know, that I can talk about some of the gear that I use to catch these fish. Well, you know about the gang jig and how effective that's been, but the rod and reel combo that I'm using. So this is a Thai Kabura overhead rod. It's got a spiral wrap, and what a spiral wrap does is when it loads up, it doesn't tend to want to twist. Whoa, there we go, into one. So you can see what I mean. It's staying nice and true and bending, but when with overhead rods, the spiral wrap, without the spiral wrap, you tend to get a little bit of twisting where it wants to pull the rod sideways. At times this doesn't feel too big. So yeah, awesome rod. I mean, this thing loads up itself. It hooks. Oh great, it got off. Oh no, I thought it got off that fish. It loads up itself, you know. The other thing that I'm using in combination with it is this Maxwell hybrid reel. Now this reel is 14 years old, and it's only just had its drag system replaced maybe in the last year, you know. And this thing has just been faultless. I love the thumb spool on it. You can drop jigs down with it, crank the handle, and it basically engages the fish and hooks them, as well as in combination with this rod, obviously. And so, you know, this reel's got 10 kilos plus 12 kilos of drag or something ridiculous like that. You never use it all, but it's there if you need it. I've got it loaded with 20 pound braid, coloured Jig Star braid. And it's really nice braid, this stuff. I've had it for a while. You know, you're supposed to replace your braid every year, but I've had this braid on here for years. So yeah, that's the combination I've got. On the end of it, I have about 3 meters of 20 pound fluorocarbon, 25 pound. Sometimes I'll use, but mostly 20 to 25 I match it up with. And you know what's on the end of it. So yeah, this reel has a 92 centimeter crank per turn of the handle, or 92 centimeter per crank of the handle. So it lifts the jig 92 centimeters per crank. Okay, so it's fairly grunty, and it works the jigs perfectly for you. So if you're looking for a combination that's going to serve you well and last a good amount of time, then you can't go past this combination. It's a bit more expensive, and good gear is expensive, you know, the especially in this day and age. Just a little panty snapper, but you know, 14 years of use out of this reel, I think that pretty much speaks for itself. and the hot fishing continues. I'm into another good fish on this area that I've been drifting over. Nice fish. Here we go. Off it goes for a bit of a run. It's done a couple already. These jigs, oh, I just can't stop using them, and for good reason. You know, look at what we're achieving today with the jigs. It's amazing. These things are just, you know, unbelievable, and we sell them in our shop in Coromandel. We're the only ones that have them. I'll put a link to them in the description below, along with all the other gear that I'm using at the moment. I featured the Maxwell and the Taikabura, so I'll put a link in for those too if you want to have a look further at them and see what kind of specs they have, etc. But yeah, this fish is putting up a good fight. Here we go. He's still pulling line. I haven't got this fish yet, but I'm taking my time with him, you know, because if it's a really good one, then I want to let it go, and I pretty much got what I need now, so I plan to let everything go. And you know, taking care and bringing them up nice and gently and not rushing it is the way to go if you want to let fish go successfully in sort of 25 meters, which is what we're fishing. But this guy, he hasn't given up yet. He's coming up slowly, but he's consistently fighting back. I can see him down there. He's not coming up easy. He's like, you know, sort of 15 meters down, and he's still diving down. He's doing short 5 meter bursts. Be nice if it was another Trevor, that's for sure. But I think it's a snapper. You know, it feels like one, just the way it's continuously running and the way it's sort of doing these big head shakes. So yeah, awesome fishing, awesome. I love this. This is the most exciting time, summer. The spawn is obviously over, and these guys are now seriously on the chew and hungry as, because they've just expelled so much energy breeding that they want to just feed up now and get some condition on. And actually the ones that I've been pulling up have had pretty good condition. Oh, here we go, we got colour. Nice, this looks good. I'm going to need the lip grippers for this one for sure. This looks really nice actually. Woohoo! Oh yeah, good fish. Oh, it'd be 10 pounder, I'd say. It looks like to me. I hope he goes back, I really do. He's pretty blown up, even though I let him sort of take his time. So let's just try and see if we can let him go. Oh, he just soaked everything then. The camera just got soaked. Oh man, you want to see what he's got coming out of his mouth? A whole octopus. A big piece of octopus coming out of his mouth. Amazing. This is impressive. What a greedy bugger. He wasn't happy with the octopus. He had to have something else as well. He just absolutely saturated the camera. So I'll just see if we can get him. Oh, missed it. He's coming. I'm going to get him on board, and I think he's going to go back successfully too. Unbelievable day. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at that. He's a solid fish. See that octopus coming out of his mouth? Look at that. He is eating an octopus. That is unreal. What do we got on this one? Just as a matter of interest, finding it hard to see, he's 12 pound. There you go. Look at that with the jig in the mouth. Fantastic. What a day. This is unbelievable. The fish are just so full on. We're going to let him go. I reckon he's just going to go back sweet as, actually, this guy. There we go. Hold him up and just let him have a bit of time to rest. But yeah, I reckon he's going to go back sweet as. I hope so, because I don't really want to keep him, you know. He's a bit past the size I like. People keep these for the smoker, but I reckon they're better off being back in the ocean, swimming around and eating tuna. There he goes. He's off. Wow. Unbelievable fishing, unreal. And that was a fantastic fight by that fish. So I am super happy about today. I've been so overdue a day like this. All right, back on shore now. What a morning. Absolutely outstanding fishing. Couldn't have been better timing really, and just perfect Beautiful day. Look at the conditions out there now. It's hard to walk away from it, but I've got a super good feed. But the last thing I want to talk about today is a kayak accessory. And with the warmer weather coming, you know, we have some really hot conditions this summer forecast, and so I want to talk about how to look after your catch. I noticed there's been a bit of a resurgence in fish covers for rear wells, and I just want to say that I don't recommend them, and the reason being they don't actually keep the fish that cool. The problem with it is that they have insulation on the top, but what happens is inside the kayak, while it's sitting on the water and everything, it actually heats up in the kayak. Yesterday when I opened my kayak up after being out, it was quite hot in there. So what happens is that heat is being transferred directly to those fish. And so if you put your fish directly on the kayak rear well area and only use a cover, there's a good chance it's going to be less than ideal when you get back to shore. I recommend fish bags. So I've got one here that you'll see in the back of my kayak, and you can see all those fish in there, but I've also got ice packs in there. So I would recommend the bag. The reason being, the bag has insulation that not only insulates and protects the fish from the top, but also underneath and in the sides in the rear well area. So you're not actually exposing the fish to heat as much. You've got insulation there which is preventing it. But the other thing is, a bag actually contains the cold air that's within it better as well. So you have fish that go straight into your fish bag, and in my case I've got ice packs on them, and you'll see the ice packs there. So there's that nice Trevally, and those fish are basically sitting directly on those ice packs. So when I get back to shore, these fish are cold already before they even go in the chili bin and go onto ice. So that's my suggestion for caring for your catch. I recommend the fish bags. Avoid covers. They do not do a good job of cooling and protecting your fish from this summer heat. Okay, well that's it from me this time. I probably won't make another vid this year, given it's the busy season and I've got a business to run which will be coming into its peak time. So I just want to say to everybody, have a good New Year's and Christmas, and we will see you next time. Cheers.